What's good, YouTube? Is Playmaker Way with the playbook. And before this video starts, this is a Zoom session with some of my students in 101s. And I'm explaining, y'all read the title, but I really want y'all to lock in. This is a very important video. Every second in this video is gems and important information. Take notes, watch it again, save the video. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also, click the first link in the description. I have a free signal room. To the right of the screen, you're going to see some of the results. I call signals every day. London to New York session. Let's get it. So there's literally a time where this was I didn't I literally was I kept on my profits were inconsistent, my wins, my losses were bigger than my wins were smaller than my losses. I'd win, then the next day I'd lose it all or lose more. And there was a point where I literally just I gotta stop for a second because it's inconsistent. I'm losing too much.
Mhm.
And I need to figure this out because obviously I don't have it figured out, and I'm not going to just keep throwing my money away. So I took a break. I stepped back, got off the live account on the demo. Now I didn't just hop on a demo, but I literally was like, I need to understand. I need to understand this. So I literally sat back and I just hopped on some charts and just would watch, just look at the charts, just observe the charts, look and see what it's doing in real time, go to different time frames, look at the candle structures, because every time frame is changes a little bit.
Mhm.
And I just noticed that. And then after a while, looking at the charts and then looking at different charts, I started to notice similar things and the similar patterns. And I just started seeing things repeat itself. And then, practice this, practice that, trial and error, put a few lines on the screen. Here we are today. But it didn't happen overnight. I didn't just say, I'm going to figure this out. I'm gonna figure this out. But I'm tired. It's late. I took a nap. I woke up. I did a good stretch, and then I just eureka. No, I actually you have to put in some effort. I really tried. I literally every day. I was doing this every day. Every day I was looking at the charts, just observing it. If I'm in a trade, while I'm in the trade, I'm looking at the chart. While I'm in the trade, I'm looking at the price. I'm looking at what price is doing in real time, and then literally that's the only way you're gonna really understand the charts. Because looking at a still chart is one thing, but seeing the candles be made in front of you, and then you
Yeah,
understand and witnessing the movements and how it
yeah,
became that candle, then things make a lot more sense too. Or if you
absolutely.
have bar replay, that helps too. But that's on trading view. And I think that costs money. Um, but speaking of just reading the candlesticks, just for example, there's obviously trends and stuff like that, but map it out. It's not gonna be pretty like this all the time. This is an obvious downtrend, but it's not gonna be pretty like this all the time. It's gonna be pretty like this for a while. And at some point, it's gonna have to adjust itself. At some point, it's gonna have to stop because price can't just keep going down. Price just can't keep
Yeah,
going up. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's gotta come back up at some point. It's gotta stop at some. It's gotta change directions at some point. It's gotta because these are real values. These are real prices. These are real things. This is gold. So this is literally what gold's worth. So gold just can't plummet for a week for months straight. Well, consistently, it's gonna have to retrace. It's gonna have to adjust itself. This and that and the third. But also with that, with back testing, you'll notice again, price likes to repeat itself. And with the lines, there's certain levels and key price levels and zones that price likes to go to, and also key price levels and zones that price reacts to in a certain way. And that's all the lines on the screen. But it's like a sandwich, okay? It's like there's all these different ingredients, and the sandwich is not going to taste as good unless it's all together. But they all got to be made right, all be prepared right. So you got to understand how to read the chart. You always got to understand if it's in a downtrend, but you really need to understand. I really want people to understand that this is not how a downtrend is going to look all the time. It's not, and same thing with uptrend. It's not going to be like this all the time. It's going to be points where it's going to be bouncing and stuck in zones before it continues to drop, like this, for example, or it's going to be times where it's going to go down and then it's going to change trends to, immediately. Well, not immediately, but it's going to change direction and go into an uptrend now. And you need to be able to identify this stuff and know and be able to determine what it's doing, what price is doing at all times. But if you don't know what price is doing at the current time, you're not going to, you won't be able to enter any trades. You need to know what price is doing. You need to understand how to read candles and And identifying the zones will make things easier too, because then you know like where to like enter trades and like how to determine where price is going for the entire day. Because that's what the zones do. The zones aren't going to tell you what the trend is. You need to determine that on your own. That's why I went to a clean chart, so you just look strictly at the candles. Because you don't know how to read the candles or understand the candles. The zones are helpful and all, but you're still not going to be able to, trade effectively. Okay, so no more skipping steps. I know a lot of people, including myself, there's a lot of stuff going on we don't understand. So we go to people to help for help, and a lot of these people are helping themselves and taking advantage. And you're not learning things that you need to learn. Like how are we going to trade forex and be on these charts but not really understand what we're looking at? That's craziness. But we're throwing our money in the market.
It's real money.
But I've
Yeah.
done it. Some of y'all are doing it. Thousands of people around the world are doing it. But when you sit back and think like it's stupid, but we all have done it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be smart with our money, okay? Smart with our investments, all right? And understanding how to read the charts will help you with that. So let me get rid of that. So a good example here. Let me do a bar replay first. So make it a little bit simpler. Let's get rid of all of this, okay? Let's just go right here. All right, now let's go to a full screen. Let's slow this down a little bit. Let's do to that. All right, so we're in a daily time frame, but what I'm about to explain makes sense in all time frames. But again, we don't go on smaller time frames trying to identify. We go on daily minimum because we're day traders. So smaller time frames, you're gonna miss stuff. You're not gonna see the bigger picture, and every time frame has a different candle structure. All right, so it's very important be on the daily time frame. But we're just gonna focus on this, okay? So we know this is a downtrend. I'm not even gonna do that. So we know it's a downtrend, all right? We know we're in a downtrend. But look, this rejection width for one, price hit something down here. We know what it hit. I mean, I know what it hit. It hit a level. Like we just off this one line I put, you can see how price is reacting. Like it's either a support level or a resistance level. Like literally just off one line, you can see. And putting more lines just makes it more accurate and tweaking it, this, that, and the third. But me just putting a line, I literally just put it at the bottom of this wick and then zoomed out. And you can kind of see how price is reacting to this. Like you can literally see like price, look at all these wicks on this line. Look at how price reacted to this line that I just put on the screen. Like look at these candles. There's obviously another zone up here. I could put a candle up here or something like that, but we're just focusing on this right now. Then look right here. Price hit here, was respecting, rejecting, then it broke above it this day, then it shot back down, it broke under the rejection wicks, it shot back up and respected this level. The next day, same thing. Then it broke above and it stayed above for a little, then it shot back down. For the next few days, what do you see? You see all these rejection wicks to this line, and then it broke under. And then look at this. Price coincidentally just touched it and then shot back down. And then look right here, the green candle right here. Price touched it and shot back up. Again, all I did was just put a line at the bottom of this wick. I didn't look at any of this shit, but you can see how price is reacting to this line. So you understand how these levels are important, okay? So it was a downtrend. We're in a downtrend, right? And then price hit this. Once it hit this, it shot up, okay? So let's play it a little bit. Okay, so it did this. So this is what you have to pay attention to. So based off this, I know y'all saw the chart before, but let's say this is real time. Based off this, you have to determine if it's going to still be going down or up. Now, obviously, let's go a little bit further. Okay, so right here, it broke above this low. It didn't break above it. It kind of hit it. It kind of evened out to it, like this part right here, this wick. So you got to determine and try to figure out, is it still in a downtrend or did it just break the trend? Okay. Me personally, I have some, it's a little complicated and like every chart is a little bit different. But this candle right here, honestly, I'd be like, once it breaks this level, then I'd be like, okay, it definitely is about to change directions, most likely. or it's supposed to shoot down again. But not until it breaks this level, this area right here, would I be like confident that it's probably going to change directions. Because again, price can't just keep shooting down. It's got to come back up at some point, which is why you should never chase a trade, which is also why I put my entry so you kind of get a good idea of where I entered at, because you don't want to chase a trade. It's happened to me before. I'm pretty sure it's happened to y'all, where you enter a trade late, and as soon as you enter, that thing retraces on you and just a crazy amount of drawdown. So that's why you need. What's up?
Just a quick question, Wei, sorry. Going back to why you picked that particular spot, you said that one would be like your confirmation. Is that because it's like the second step up, where the first one would be like, okay, maybe it's starting to get a little bullish, but that second one would be more of a confirmation? Is that why?
It's
You know
because
what
of
I'm
a lot
talking
of things. Yeah, because like especially with the bigger time frames, the smaller time frames, it can do a lot of different things.
about?
But there's like the general rule is like lower high, lower low. Once the low is broken or like the lower high is broken, it's most likely going to a uptrend. That's not the
Sure.
case all the time. Because I'm pretty sure there's been a time where that's happened. You enter a trade and it's going up for a little bit and then it shoots back down, right?
Yeah.
It's because of these
No,
levels. It's because of these traffic levels.
got
So
it.
until it breaks this traffic level, now you could say this one too, but again, I'd have to wait and see how it reacts because it also depends how the candles, the future candles will shape, how price reacts to this level. Okay, so
Sure,
if
that
it's like
makes
a
sense.
harsh rejection, like it is a rejection here, this is showing me there's still pressure and resistance to this. Now it could be a next candle shoot up, but this is the daily, but the next candle could be a big candle shoot past this.
Of
And
course.
that would show me, okay, it's okay, there's bulls in the market. I don't like saying that shit, but there's bulls in the market. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
right here, as of right now, this is showing me, if I'm just observing, this is showing me, okay, there's still resistance because these wicks right here do the same thing. There's resistance right here. There's still
Of
some
course.
pressure. And also where this line is, look where this line's at. It's literally right underneath the close of this candle. So it's literally like price literally be hitting these other candlesticks to the left and it literally just be trying to break past it. That's why I call them traffic levels. Like it's like they're literally trying to break past this shit. Or it can't break it, it's too weak, and then it goes back down, it gets rejected. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
until price breaks this level and is like going up, that's why I'll be like, okay, because this right here, to me, this is the low. So this whole thing is one low. This is a low, then this is lower high, lower low, lower high, and then this is lower low, and this is the lower high. You get what I'm saying? So
Sure.
until it breaks this right here, type shit, like this area right here, I still see it as in a downtrend because right as of right now, as you can see, it didn't really it didn't break structure. It's a healthy retracement. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Sure.
So
Sure.
that's
Sure.
so like that's I don't know if there's the line, the yellow line is kind of helping you see what I see, but that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I just don't need these lines anymore because I can just see it like just plain. But doing this so you can kind of understand what I'm seeing. So when
I
it
get it.
breaks this right here, so if it breaks above this, it's most likely gonna shoot up. But if it's under this still, under these lows, it
Hmm.
could still go down. As you can see right here is rejecting. Right now I'm what I'm doing right now basically is I'm doing a bar replay and I'm walking you through how I look at the chart right now to determine what's going on. Okay.
Yep.
So this is a downtrend, obviously. Right here, we're in a downtrend. But now we need to see if we're continuing in the downtrend or if the downtrend is going to be broken. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep watching and see what the next candle does. Okay, so it's going, and then you see what I'm saying? Like I said, if it broke this, it'd be breaking the trend. But as you see, it went up a little higher, and then the next candle it dropped. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it comes with experience and just observing. But then you see the next candles, it couldn't even break that shit, and the next candle dumped. That's what I was talking about before. Because if you don't really know where the quote unquote lower high and the lower low really is or really began, you're gonna mess yourself up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people would have thought this was it, and they probably would have thought, "Oh, it's a buy now." No, this wick is showing you that like it hit something and it rejected. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people want to pay attention to that, so they would have went for a buy. They would have been up for a little bit, happy, and then bam, drawdown. You know what I'm saying? Like And you saw, this is even in full speed, but you saw how price literally rejected harshly once it, once it rose and hit this level. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I do. Thank you.
And then it's trying to, and then look, it tried again. It went a little higher, and then it rejected again. You know what I'm saying? It rejected again. It's showing that price is shown twice now. Well, it's shown multiple times, but twice really like obviously, because these candlesticks are showing it also. It's been rejecting for weeks. You know what I'm saying? But this is an obvious like harsh rejection. Like this was an obvious harsh rejection. It went a little bit higher, but it still didn't break this level. You know what I'm saying? So until it literally breaks like past like this wick, this space right here, I'm still seeing it as a downtrend. And as you can see, it literally tried it literally tried for like a week and just keeps rejecting it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And look, and now it's going a little lower. And then try it again, and then look, a big drop again. So y'all, now y'all kind of see what I'm talking about. Like, if you don't understand this stuff, you could have went for a buy and you could have got your whole day ruined. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is a daily time frame, but the same thing applies to smaller time frames. You know what I'm saying? But that's like literally, obviously we saw how it went down, but I honestly didn't remember how the chart looked before the bar replay. So get that out your head. But literally, if you understand the levels, key levels, understand how price works, then you'll be able to really determine, the direction price is going. Because again, you want to go with the trend. You don't want to go against the trend. If it's obviously a bunch of selling pressure is in the downtrend, there's a lot of downwards momentum, why would you want to look for buys? You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like this small exception, but that's like we don't have any zones marked up. So let's say you don't have any zones marked up, you know what I'm saying? Like just keeping it super basic. Why would you want to go for buys in a downtrend? You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. Makes no sense. Because price is going down for the most part, but you don't know how high the retracement is going to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's silly. You want to wait for the retrace. But if you understand how to read the chart, when it retrace, you could have went for a sell right here. You might have been in a little drawdown, but it would have shot down and it would have made some money. The next day you could have made some money. When it did this again, you could have made some money. We did this, you want to make a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you don't understand how to read the charts, and you don't know how to determine, what direction is most likely going to go, it's going to make things harder for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see that.
And then you see it do it again, again, and again, and again, like literally. So price is still in a downtrend, but it's not going to be pretty like they like to show it all the time. Price is not going to be pretty all the time. It's not going to, price is not going to be just a smooth sailing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand how to read the candles, and you got to understand at all times the direction price is going at all times. So that was a quick little bar replay lesson. But that's why bar replay is important. But even if you don't have bar replay, just look at the charts in real time with the markets open. That's all you got to do.